self-definitions I'd like to talk about. I'd like to direct myself to how I define myself within this whole playout of being afraid to instigate a conversation with other people, with people I do not know, or in other words, start a conversation. Keep it simple. Start a conversation and lead a conversation with a stranger. Like I said before, I always insisted on myself not being worthy of being a leader, and so I would allow and accept myself to be extremely resistant whenever I started a conversation. And this really intense fear of loss if I started a conversation, losing a battle, losing the battle of I was extremely scared and afraid of losing my opinions in starting a conversation, and also being rejected when I started a conversation. I feared losing what I had, and what I perceived I had were all of my opinions. I suppose I could go on into many, many variations around this point, but it's unnecessary. The point for me to grasp is that I lose nothing if if I do start a conversation. If the person rejects me, he or she rejects me because of her opinions and not really because of who I am, but rather how I challenge their opinion. And that mistake of going too far with challenging other people's opinion does not make me a failure in that moment. No one is ever a failure unless one accepts and allow oneself to define oneself as a failure. For some reason, for some reason, this point, it feels very, very big within me. It is the biggest point I have ever faced. Yet I must not allow and accept myself to believe that I am overwhelmed by it because a point is a point. A point is not big, a point is not small. Nor does it matter because if I am effective, I deal with it point by point, step by step. So it's never so dealing with mind points in every moment is never strenuous or overwhelming. Yet today it was, I decided, I allowed and accepted myself to identify with the belief that it was too overwhelming. Today I literally faced a point in every moment. It would just shoot up and then forgive. And then another one would immediately shoot up and I would forgive it. This happened for a few minutes non-stop and then I decided that it's too much. It's never too much. I just need to place emphasis on the living fact that I remain here and deal with it here instead of instead of generating the past and letting these past moments of forgiving past mind points, letting it build up and say, oh, I dealt with so many points. And implied in that statement is after dealing with this many, I'm starting to feel tired. Time to get simple and face this point by challenging it, by starting conversations from for tomorrow and make myself a leader because I decide who I am, not my beliefs or my fears. All of this is simple, common sense, yet emotionally I feel strongly attached to this point of social anxiety as if it formed the foundation of how I define myself in the system as a mind consciousness system, as a male mind consciousness system. I'll see how it goes, and you'll see how it goes too. Thank you for watching.